Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and let's start this off right.
Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Early bird tickets are on sale now for XRP Las Vegas 2025, the world's largest XRP conference, May 30th and 31st at the MGM Grand. Last year had record-breaking attendance, and this year will be bigger and better. Go to XRPLasVegas.com and get your tickets now. Join the XRP family in Las Vegas for 2 amazing days exploring the evolution of finance and Web3. XRP is on the rise, and 2025 looks amazing. Celebrate the journey with the XRP family May 30th and 31st. Don't wait. Get your tickets now.
And folks, let me tell you, this is going to sound crazy, but we're already approaching, we're fast approaching the total number of tickets sold last year. And there was a record set last year, which means that this thing's going to be into the thousands of people there, folks. And you've also got Bitcoin Las Vegas there in the 3 days before XRP Las Vegas. It's going to be massive for Bitcoin and for XRP conferences. I mean, it's going to be crazy. Vegas will be hopping. Go to XRPLasVegas.com to get your tickets. You can also get a discounted MGM Grand room there. Link is in the description of this video. Look what's going on, folks. We're at a $3.67 trillion market cap. Bitcoin's just below 100,000. Look at XRP. XRP's on the move, folks. You can feel it. You can feel, and I'll tell you in this video, a lot of the chart people are sensing the next blast off. We've had the consolidation over the last few days. It happens this way every time, folks. Exciting times. Look at this. While XRP dropped from 290 to 222, whales bought the dip. They purchased over 120 million XRP, totaling $288 million. You better believe they did. Folks, it is coming. This is this weekend. This is Margaret Brennan, who she's a Face the Nation moderator. I'm assuming she's the one that interviewed Brad Garlinghouse. She says, tune in this Sunday evening to 60 Minutes for our look at crypto and the industry new political muscle after watching Face the Nation, of course. And then this was a new clip. They're going to be, they normally put out like 3 or 4 or 5 previews of whoever they're having on their show. This is the second preview of Brad Garlinghouse right here that they put out yesterday.
Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse says the SEC's approach was the main reason his company and 2 others created the biggest industry super PAC called Fairshake.
People are like, why did these companies come together and organize and say, this matters? And it's a reaction to a war on crypto.
So if there had been a different SEC chair than Gary Gensler?
I'm not sure Fairshake would exist.
Really?
Absolutely.
In response, an SEC spokesperson said any amount spent by the crypto industry on legal defense or influence peddling pales in comparison to the savings lost by crypto investors to frauds and failures.
They're calling Ripple, what Ripple is doing with the super PAC, influence peddling. I wonder why Gary never mentions the influence peddling by FTX to all of his friends, like Maxine Waters, who was blowing kisses to him, and Senator Warren. Remember Senator Warren, SBF's dad wrote her tax policy, and they were all big buddies with his mother, neither of which were prosecuted in this thing, and both of which were involved in Sam Bankman-Fried's business. Brad Garlinghouse weighs in here. Sounds like the SEC intern who wrote this statement's heart just isn't in it. Don't worry, the people the SEC purports to protect have made the facts clear and highlighted the agency's hypocrisy. And he's retweeting this by Matt Hogan. Okay, so I wanted to draw everybody's attention to something. Check this out. I said it looks, I went and screenshot, you know, on the 60 Minutes thread, they always have the previews that they have put out before all their different segments they've done. And what's interesting is if you go back and you look at them, the preview they did on Brad Garlinghouse was 2.6 million views. The one they did on AI with Anderson Cooper had 36,000. The one they did on Kate Winslet and how she got her start on the Titanic movie had 74,000. But before I mentioned it on this channel, yet 1 or 2 days ago, she only had 11,000 on that preview, by the way. Then Denzel Washington, who I love, Denzel Washington, when they did his preview, he only had 43,000. So I was making the point. Looks like Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple, and crypto, most importantly XRP, are more popular than AI, Titanic, Denzel Washington, and Ozempic combined. Oh, I forgot to show you the Ozempic. This is the Ozempic preview that they did. That one was more popular than any of the others at 305,000. Ozempic's hot topic right now. But look at that, 2.6 million, dwarfs them all. And then I made the point here, people underestimate just how big the XRP family really is. It's been changed to family. This is lightning in a bottle, and you don't capture it very often. So true. People don't understand just how consolidated. I mean, we've gone through every bit of 5 or 6 years of all this. People don't understand how. I always compare it to those slabs when you're building a house. They get those machines in there to tamp down the dirt to compact the slab, and that's what I always compare it to. You got all these millions of people that have at one time or another found out about XRP, and then they started following ETHgate and different things, or just XRP itself and Ripple and all this. And over time, that thing's being compacted, and now you have this family of people who are this is a bigger community. They can call us a cult all they want, I don't care. This is just a community that believes in what they hold, and that's the fact, Jack. And it is the most powerful, it's probably one of the most powerful communities ever created in social media, period. This is so hilarious, this right here. Empower Oversight put this out yesterday about Brad Garlinghouse's 60 Minutes interview. Case, I think they had created these advertisements to blow Gary Gensler, all of his nefarious activity up. Case calls on SEC Chairman Gensler to release Henman IG report in a new ad to air during the 60 Minutes. This is what they're going to air during 60 Minutes to flip Gary the bird and embarrass him in front of the world.
Oh, you're watching? The SEC's Inspector General has been investigating former SEC Director of Corporation Finance, William Henman, for more than 2 years. There have been FOIA requests, lawsuits, evidence referrals, and a documentary film investigating Henman's potential conflict.
Look, rigged from the start. The documentary's in the commercial, folks. That's going to be on 60 Minutes this Sunday, right in the middle of that interview. F you, Gary.
Of interest. The SEC said it would release its report. To date, it has not. America deserves the truth. Please do the right thing and release the Inspector General's report on William Henman.
You think Bill Henman's crapping his pants? Then Crypto Law, John Deaton's law firm says demand the SEC give Congress the IG report on William Henman. All U.S. residents, please use our Connect to Congress app to ask your representatives to join in demanding the SEC provide the Henman IG report to Congress. You know what I think they're worried about with this report, folks? I think that the reason they're sitting on this report is because they're terrified of all the lawsuits that will come once it's out. And I think that there's probably attorneys chomping at the bit on the sidelines just waiting for it. Stephen Narioff weighed in. Gensler pressured to release Henman IG report, yet illegally withholds My Privacy Act request potentially more explosive. November 23rd post below. SEC has 14 gigabytes on me. Why? FBI and DOJ silent since 23. SEC says 3-year wait. Americans need answers. Hashtag hiding corruption. He's right. And then this is from Good Morning Crypto. They put out this letter, FDIC letter. FDIC letters reveal U.S. banks we're told to pause crypto activities. We respectfully ask that you pause all crypto related activity, which is not crypto activity is not illegal, folks. This is the FDIC putting this out. Operation Chokepoint 2.0 is being exposed in real time. And then this is from David Sachs, who's the new crypto and AI czar in the White House. There are too many stories of people being hurt by Operation Chokepoint 2.0. It needs to be looked at. And I replied to him and I said, David, this is a bigger crypto scandal than Operation Chokepoint 2.0. Look into this, and I put the Rigged from the Start film. It is bigger. Don't you find it interesting that everybody in crypto, from Caitlin Long to all of the politicians, everybody's perfectly willing to openly talk about Operation Chokepoint 2.0, but not one of them, from Caitlin Long on down, will even say the word ETHgate or even mention this documentary. That tells you everything you need to know about what the big scandal is. And I think it's because many of these crypto VC types are caught up in it. And they know it. I believe many of them, and I'm not saying Caitlin Long's one of them, but I believe many of them were in on a plan to make Bitcoin and Ethereum to try to engineer a monopoly and close the door on the rest of crypto. And we busted their butts, and they can't even bring it up, folks. It'll be interesting to see how this is handled by David Sachs. By the way, David Sachs' cryptocurrency fulfills the original vision of PayPal. Seems like something I was talking about a few years back. Eleanor Terrett, new Senate Banking Committee will meet next Wednesday to vote on the renomination. How in the world is this woman up for renomination? She's one of the ones that helped Gary Gensler every step of the way. They're trying to renominate Democrat SEC Commissioner Caroline Crenshaw. If the Senate votes are through, she'll be able to serve on the commission until 2029. I said copy every congressman in the Senate Banking Committee and tell them to vote Caroline Crenshaw out. Remember when Brad Garlinghouse replied to this, says, I made this point emphatically at the crypto roundtable this morning. Let's hope that we see action. And he's replying to this. Why is an anti-crypto SEC Commissioner, Caroline Crenshaw, poised for reconfirmation without even a peep from the Senate? And then this is from James Seifert. She wasn't just an ally to Gensler, in my opinion. She was more vehemently anti-crypto than Gensler. Just read through her dissent letter on the Bitcoin ETF approvals back in January. The other Dem commissioner, Lazaraga, didn't even join her on that letter. She's got to go, folks. All right, and then our old buddy Mike Novogratz. I'll play a little bit of this for you.
Mike,
speaking of ETHgate,
what's the portfolio statement at this point? How much money have you made off of this stuff?
A lot.
That guy loves telling everybody how much money he has. That right there is a major flaw right there.
Listen, more important than the money, there's been a group of people for really 15 years that have tried to birth this asset into existence. And it's just a time to pause and recognize that it's a community that got together that decided they were going to store their hard-earned worth in this technology. And if Satoshi was alive, because I don't think he is, I'm sure he'd have a big smile on his face. It was a great technology, but it's really the social construct that people learn to understand it and trust each other.
Yeah.
And so in a lot of ways, this is probably the greatest example of a broad-based coalition of people coming together to do something really spectacular.
There is.
And so I think, before we talk about price, I just want to recognize the moment, because $2 trillion asset in 15 years coming out of a guy's idea is pretty stinking spectacular.
It is, and I think there's a generational significance here as well. Many of the people who have made a lot of money in this are on the younger side, and maybe you look at what's, good luck trying to get into real estate, good luck with the stock market. This is a protocol that really has kind of minted a new generation of millionaires and maybe more at this point. A lot of people are also who have been, kind of the real buyers, have sticky hands or whatever you want to call it. I mean, there's people I know and who who have made a lot of money on this, and they still insist they are never selling. Why is that?
Well, he laughs at that because he and his friends that specialize in taking advantage of information that the rest of us don't have, and then trying to pretend like they're geniuses. They play games around all this stuff. When you see these big dumps, you can be assured that he and his friends are involved. That's how this guy rolls. Anyway, we're going to go in DAIXRP.com. We're going to talk about one of the 6 digital assets that I own besides XRP. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about why I own it. Then we're going to talk about more about what these chart guys are saying about what's about to happen with the XRP price, and it's exciting. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Here we go.